Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Jackie and I am forever faithful. So thank you for joining me on my channel. This is a place where I share lessons, testimonies about my faith walk through it all. So today I just wanted to testify that God, the divine creator, is truly making the impossible possible. For at least a decade now, I've been praying. I've been praying for a family member, a child in the family, um, because, you know, his mother, my cousin, just started going off on the deep end, meaning anything that she didn't like or agree with that the family would say, that she'd get upset, whatever, and she would basically stop all communication. Like, you couldn't see her son, couldn't talk to her son, you couldn't do, you know, she just, we just couldn't see him. So it just got to the point where he was completely isolated with her, and I knew even before she gave birth or became pregnant that she wasn't stable enough mentally and emotionally to be a good mother. So the family, we all knew that, right? But so we always helped out until she pretty much went against everybody in the family. She took her son out of public school and homeschooled him, and that didn't work out. So he didn't have any social skills. It was like he was living his life in four walls by himself because he's the only child. And, living in a toxic environment, because I know how toxic my cousin is and her mother, and that is not right. It's not healthy for a young boy to be in that type of environment, just alone, without any friends or social interactions with others, his peers. Anyway, this young man is now, that little boy is now a young man, about to be 20. And the family has been praying for years. I know personally, even when I didn't have any contact with any of my family members, that I was still praying, especially for him. And I would pray that God, divine creator, would show him, tell him the truth. Let him know what is true and what is a lie, because his mother had completely lied to him about me and others in the family. But I'm going to stick with me, that she had lied about me, my life, what I do and all this stuff, and telling him that I'm an escort and all this stuff. And I'm like, she's never been to really any of my homes over the past 30 years. I don't She has no idea who I'm dating, what I'm doing, because I don't bring people around the family. But yet, I'm supposed to be this escort, which is the furthest thing from the truth. Anyway, but I get a call from him about 2 nights ago, out of the blue, completely taken off guard. I didn't even know who he was because I hadn't seen and spoken to him in like 4, possibly 5 years. So his voice was very deep, and he told me, he introduced himself. I'm like, no way. I'm like, what's going on? Where's your mom? Because she would always have the phone on speaker so she could hear his conversations he was having with me. Right? So I'm like, okay. He finally said that I'm at your mom's house. And she said that I could stay here for a while. And I was like, well, what happened? He was like, I just had to get away from my mom. I realized that it wasn't you all that was the problem, that she was the problem. He finally now sees the truth. And he's still trying to dig himself out of the pit that his mother put him in. He's so lost and so confused. But he's with the right people now. He's with the right family members now. But it was just one of those things I didn't know if it would ever happen. I always hoped and had faith, but it was like year after year, I didn't hear anything. I didn't know anything. And what I did hear from other family members every now and then was it wasn't good. Like his mother, my cousin, was just mentally challenged. I'm aware that her mother has been influenced by demonic energies, entities. I've seen it for myself, and she's aware of it. And it just seems like that demonic energy, it has penetrated her mind so that she's lost all common sense and has forgotten about who has been there for her. It's like she's pushing away the very people who has helped her entire life, has supported her in every way possible. But now her child sees, this family member sees that we were never the issue. It was always his mother. But I share this story because I wasn't sure if it was ever going to happen. I continued to pray. I continue to pray for him and his protection, and for God to actually show him the truth. And now he's in a place where he's asking questions and want to know the truth. And, and it just brings me to, a thought of, God is truly separating people. Those who want more and better out of life and a better world versus those who continue to keep up chaos in the world. Mothers and sons, fathers and daughters, talking about husband and wives, siblings, best friends. All of this is happening because you have to choose. You have to pick a side. Which side do you really want to be on? And I'm so thankful and so grateful that God, the divine creator, answered my prayers. And through it all, I still had faith. I'm like, I know you can do it. I know you can do it. But it was all in divine timing. And you know what is interesting is that I've had many thoughts of this particular cousin, my female cousin, over the past few months. And I couldn't quite understand why that was. I didn't know if I was supposed to reach out to her, as I've been instructed to do before by Divine Creator, to relay a message to her. But it's like she kept pushing away God. She kept pushing away the divine presence and continued on the path of darkness. And now that I received the call from her son, letting me know that he had escaped Witch Mountain, I knew that she was about to experience the wrath of God. And all I could feel in my spirit was, time's up. Time's up. She had time. I gave her time. I gave her messages. I gave her signs. And she still pushed me away. So, what am I supposed to do? She's going to have to reap what she's already sown. Every bad, evil thing she had spoken and lies she had spoken, behaviors, everything she's done, she will be held accountable for. And I still pray for her because I still like to believe it's not too late if she just truly humbled herself. But I'm here to tell you, I have literally witnessed something I wasn't sure would ever come to pass. I was hoping, and I was still remaining faithful. Even if it was just a little spark, a little tiny string, I was still holding on. And now I know for sure, once again, that God has come through. He has actually made the possible impossible, because this child had been brainwashed. And now we, the family, are giving him the truth, the hard facts about everything that she had said about each of us. And he can make up his mind what he feels is true or not. But in the midst of it all, I continue to pray to God that he continues to lead us and to continue to lead him on the right path of love and compassion, right? And kindness. So for all of those who are out there praying for something that for many years you've been waiting for, I'm here to tell you that it's happening. Not only have I seen this, experienced this in my own personal life, I've seen this happening with people around me I'm associated with. I have seen this even on a global scale, how God is making things right. He is putting things in its proper place. And yes, will probably be some discomfort in this transition, but overall it will be worth it. I'd rather be on the side of light instead of darkness. So just keep on praying, keep on believing, keep your faith, because it's happening. It's happening. And when I tell you it happened completely out of the blue, I think on a Tuesday night around 9 o'clock, I'm watching TV in the bed, I'm just chilling. And I received the phone call. I wasn't expecting it whatsoever, but I was overjoyed, absolutely overjoyed to talk to him and to hear that he's away from that toxic environment, that his toxic mother. But she is that way because she has allowed the darkness to consume her. And this is what happens. And when that darkness consumes a person, when that evil energy is consumed by a person, they don't see the light. All they see is lack and darkness and fear and all the negative stuff, you know? But God is always reaching out to us. It's up to us if we take that hand to pull us out of the darkness. It's up to us if we, choose to continue to do what we've been doing, even though we don't like where we are, but we still continue to do what we're doing. It's about choices, making choices, better choices, So just keep your faith. Just know that it's happening. Just know that it's happening. And I'm so thankful, so grateful that my prayers have been answered. I'm so thankful and grateful. Truly, my prayers have been answered. Because for me, I'm always protected of the children, all children, but especially in my family. And that was extremely hard to deal with because this little boy, to me, was like a nephew. That's how close we were. And to have him ripped out of my life, just out of the blue, it really broke my heart. But now he's back, so my heart is filled up again, So, again, just whatever you have been praying for, whatever breakthroughs you're looking for, whatever changes you are expecting to happen, just keep hoping, keep praying, keep your faith. Just know it's going to happen. And when it does, it's really going to be out of the blue and knock you off your feet. And you will absolutely be rejoicing and giving God all the praise. Because we know that as humans, that there's only so much that we can do. But once we release it and give it to the divine creator to handle, he does it with such grace. with such grace. Anyway, that is my testimony for today. I thank you all for joining me on my channel. I am forever faithful, and I hope you all have a great day. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.